today's video I thought I'd do something light and glittery, so if you like the look I've created, just keep watching. So I'm just putting on some lip balm. The one I'm using today is by Nivea. This will just get our lips ready for the lipstick that we put on later on. The first thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows today. I'm using the Sheila eyebrow pencil in the colour taupe. So I'm just shaping them and filling them in with this. Next I'll be going in with my NYX eyebrow cake powder in the colour blonde. And I'll be using the lighter colour, the palette, and just using an eyebrow brush. So I'm just doing the same thing here. I'm just filling them in a bit more, making them a bit more bold. So I'll be setting them today with my Maybelline Brow Drama in the colour medium brown. So this will just set them in place and give them a bit more colour as well. Now I'm just going to prime. I'm using my L'Oreal Base Magic Primer. I'm just popping that everywhere you would normally prime, so my entire eyelids, my forehead, under my nose, cheeks, and my chin. So just all the normal places that you would normally prime. So the first eye product that I'm using today is by Makeup Revolution. It's their awesome Metals Foil Finish Shadow in the colour Rose Gold. So with this one, I just took a bit off with the end of a brush and put it on the pan with one drop of the solution and mixed it all together. I'm just using a flat brush to apply this one, but you can use your fingers as well if you like, and you can build it up if you want to just use that with nothing else on top. But I'm just using it as a base today. This shadow is a dupe for the Stila Metals eyeshadow. I think the Kitten, I think it's called. This one is a bit more gold, whereas the Kitten one is a bit more pink. I think I paid about $5 for this. So I'm just popping that all over the lid up to the crease. And the shadow is very intense, as you can tell. Okay, now I'm just putting some tape on the corner of my eyes. I'm just loosening the glue up on the back of my hand a couple of times. So this will help to give us a bit more of a sharp edge. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can just clean it up with a makeup wipe. But I just find this is a bit more easier. Okay, now I'm going in with my Z palette, my Makeup Geek shadows. So the first shadow that we're going to use today is Beaches and Cream, and we're going to just use this as a transition shade. So this is just going to buff the edge out of that rose gold shadow. Just make the line not so harsh. I'm just using a fluffy brush by Napoleon to apply this one, and now I'm going into Hipster with that same brush. So I'm only using a little bit of product. I don't want it too dark. I want this to be a very simple, bright look. You can do these eyes in like 5-10 minutes. It's so easy. I'm also going into another Cover makeup kit. This one is Shimmer Shimmer, and I'm just using this one as my highlight today. So this will be under my brow bone and my inner corner. Now you only need a tiny bit of product because this one is very pigmented. I'm just using a Real Techniques shadow brush for this one. Okay, now I'm going in with some Inglot eyeshadows. This one is number 154. It is a very metallic taupe colour. This is definitely one of my favourites from them. It is so pretty. Very metallic. So I'm just popping this all over the lid using an e.l.f. shadow brush. So this will just set the rose gold in place. Now this is colour 42, also by Inglot. So I'm just going to put that on the outer corner, just to deepen it up a bit, give it a bit more dimension. You can make this as light or as intense that you would like, but I kept it fairly light because I wanted it to be very bright. So I'm just adding a little bit of product at a time and blending it out, and blending it into the crease a little bit as well. Just focusing that colour on the outer corner. Now the same for the other eye, just adding the brown and blending it out. Blending. Now I'm just going back into that taupe colour. I'm just going to reapply it on the lids because we did lose it a little bit with all the blending that we just did. So I'm just touching it up. Okay, so now I'm just going to take off the tape. Going to put some nude liner on. This one is by NYX. It's their Wonder Pencil in the colour Light. So I'm just popping that on my waterline just to open up my eyes. Now I'm just going to apply 2 coats of mascara. So the one I'm using today is by NYX, Le Chick Flick, and then I'm going over the top with Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. I find these two pair very well, but you can just use the one mascara if you like. can use lashes as well if you want, but I figured I'd just keep it simple. Just have 2 coats of mascara instead. Okay, now I'm just going back into that dark brown colour and just putting some on the outer half of my lower lash line just to deepen it up and connect it. Then I'm going to go back into the taupe colour and do the other half of my eye and blend the two together. Some more of that NYX mascara on my lower lashes. Now for foundation, I'm using the Rimmel Match Perfection in the colour Porcelain. So I'm just dotting that all over my face and using a damp beauty blender to blend it into my skin. To blend down your neck as well. Okay, so the concealer I'm using today is also by Rimmel. This is the Hide the Blemish concealer in the colour 1 Ivory. So I'm just using my finger to apply this over my burns that I've got on the side of my face there, and the pimple, and just around the corner of my nose because I get a bit oily throughout the day there, but generally I have pretty dry skin. I'm just going to set that using my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in the colour 5 Silky Beige. So I'm just using my e.l.f. kabuki brush and just pressing that into the skin. To bronze, I'm using my Bahama Mama bronzer by The Balm and a BH Cosmetics brush. Now I'm going pretty heavy handed with this brush as I'm going to blend it out with a fluffy brush in a moment. So I'm just putting that on my cheekbones, my temples, forehead and under my chin. This is just a fluffy brush by e.l.f. and this is just going to blend that all out. Okay, now for blush. This is by Sleek and it's the colour Rose Gold. Now this blush is very pigmented, so you only need a tiny bit of product. And I'm using an e.l.f. blush brush to apply this. It's a beautiful pinky rose gold, this one. the lipstick. This one is by Tease and it's in the colour Tempting Pink. It is a very light peachy pink colour. And if you're as fair as I am, you don't want anything too dark. So over the top of that today, I'm going to use a NYX Butter Gloss in the colour Eclair. And that's the finished look. Now I'm just going to set it all with some Max Fix Plus. And that's the finished look. Thank you for watching. Please give my video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!